I'm up here, the Helispot. I'll let you see what's going on up here. They got a strike team up here. There's three rotary. Sounds like helicopters working across the valley here over below Arrow Barrel. We can't see them. We can hear them. This is where I usually sleep up here. This is my little secret camping spot. It's a Helispot up here, right behind Angelus Oaks. I come up here. It's nice and flat and got a great view. It's kind of a little bit smoky here. This is what the fire came up here yesterday, day before, was coming down from Thomas Hunting Grounds, coming this way. They did some Fosec drops and kept it off Angelus Oaks. But I'm gonna go down Glass Road down to Seven Oaks and see how they're doing down there. I really can't show you much up here because there's so much smoke. I was asking the firefighters and they say it's been socked in all day.
You just worry about driving up here. I told mine to stay down there if I didn't contact them. They don't need to be driving around up here. I'm gonna say the same thing. 44 Lima. Go ahead.
I'm right behind 40 coming up. Can you continue up this Clark Grade Road? Don't need to do a lot of work to it, but kind of get up. Maybe we'll get above it and pioneer down another leg.
What I'm trying to do.
They're working over there at Clark's Grade. Clark's Grade's comes out of Big Bear and drops down to Camp Radford over there to Converse Flats. That's across from it. That's where those helicopters are working. We just can't see them. I'm going to head down there, maybe get the Converse Flats, and maybe we can see up under the smoke. I can't do a lot of live videos anymore because it's
The four dozers that were down below, they all went down to that lower road where we were at early in the morning. They're doing swaps and servicing. 44 Lima copy.
the problem with the live videos is when you end them, you have to close them, and you got to have cell connection. So if I lose cell connection, I can't close them, and for some goofy reason, I can't go back later when I get cell coverage to close them. So I've lost 2 or 3 really good videos, live videos, that I couldn't close them, and they just disappear. I can't go back on YouTube and close them. It's kind of stupid. Here's a nice look out here. This is right up the road from the post office in Angelus Oaks. This is 1 and 12. Goes to Thomas Hunting Grounds. That's
Union. Where was that at? At the middle control road, almost to 1 line, but I told them there was a bunch of... Good copy. Thank you.
See, this is a good look out here. You can see down in the valley, but there's nothing to see. It's all smoked in. Sometimes you can look to the bottom and see something, but I'll take you down here too. There's a bunch of crews staged up over here. Those guys up here were from where the frog jumping contest is. Calaveras? Calaveras. As soon as he said the name, I said frog jumping, right? And he said, yep, that's us. This is right next to Angelus Oaks. So the Angelus Oaks they dodged the bullet, just like Mentone. When I came up the South Flank's looking really good. There's hardly any smoke. Down by Mentone, Ukaipa.
Yeah, after talking to the Ventura dozer operator, I'm really not too comfortable sitting the contract instead.
Copy. Sounds good. That's what I was looking for, just to kind of see what the plan was. Nothing else, maybe 44 Lima might be able to tackle that, or we'll let them see if they want to tackle it. And then maybe you guys could bounce up above that, whatever need be.
That goes up behind the restaurant, that little,
Good company.
I believe that's a little spur road. I always see bears up there. They come down here to get the trash cans. If you want to see a bear, come up here trash day. The bears, they must have a calendar, because if you want to see bears, you just come in any mountain town on trash day. The left fork is the Caltrans yard. They've evacuated all their stuff. I probably should have went that way. There's a water tanker, and you can see this is kind of the. And this guy, I wish he'd have pulled further up. I think I can squeeze this.
Maybe the next one up.
Getting a little tight. Dozers, I mean, it is a dozer fest. I don't think I've ever seen so many dozers in my life. I probably saw 40 yesterday. Oh, I gotta turn my full drive off. I don't know how far I can go down. I'll probably, if I lose you, it's gonna suck. But let's see if we can get you a view down here at Middle Control Road. When I was here yesterday, they took a lot of dozers and down to Seven Oaks. There's a Glass Road, Seven Oaks. I saw 4 dozers going up Clark's grade.
Okay. Yeah, first time hearing that. So my crew's coming out to middle control right now.
See, more dozers. You can't swing a dead cat up here. Hitting a dozer.
Okay, I already passed that truck, and I'm almost Highway 38, so I'm not turning around.
I don't think we're going to be able to see much. Yeah, see, it's all socked in. It's all smoke, but you can hear. See if we can hear them over here. You can hear the. Somebody just came up the road. The road goes right there. You can hear the rotary. I'm at my radar. I'm using my other phone. Verizon used to cover this area, this east side of like 38. They sold everything to ATT. So if you want to talk on East 38 now or in this area, you gotta. I got 2 phones I use. They used to be all on Verizon, but I switched to ATT just in case I was in an area, and it turned out to be a good move because this whole eastern side, Verizon sold all their towers. I guess they didn't want to maintain it, or I'm not sure why they sold it. They gave it to ATT. So I'm broadcasting off a Sony. Let's see, this would be a S22 Ultra. Samsung S22 Ultra, but it's an ATT version. My other phone is a 23 Ultra with Verizon. So that's what we're looking. I'm gonna go down, like I said, I'm gonna go down Glass Road. Let's see, how far can I go down there and keep. But I haven't looked at. Let me. I can't get my other phone. I was gonna say I can look at the radar and see who's flying out there, but I can't get. What the hell is that? Somebody's got a mic key. Somebody's bouncing around. Hear it? Somebody's sitting on a microphone. Yeah, man, that's what I couldn't figure out when I was looking at my radar. I couldn't figure out why I didn't see anybody. And I walked over to the firemen, they had radar, and I said, how come I'm not seeing it? And then I remembered, I got to use, I need 2 ATT phones. But if you guys know any, let me look at the comments here. I thought I saw some comments. Oh, you're welcome, Brenda. Is that why it's not in 4 HD? I'm not sure. I had to switch from.
Go ahead, Brad. Zippy told me I didn't hear you were trying to get hold of me.
Yeah, so I got a call from Romeo on their tax so that there was a traffic plan in place, like to go out 109 to 7 Oaks. You hear about that?
Did not.
Hey, yeah, we're still coming out middle control. I don't even know if that road's good to drive out there yet. I haven't taken it.
I know the low boys have been coming in some way. There's a bunch of low boys.
They got to go on Glass
right
Road.
now, and that could have been the way they were going.
Yeah, they were going.
Check with those folks.
They can't go down Middle Control Road. It's just too narrow.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind figuring out because he told me to turn all my stuff around. I'm almost Highway 38. I'm not going out that way.
Okay, well then keep coming up and I'll deal with it.
You're welcome, 79 Psalms. A lot of these guys are younger guys, but I just saw an older, probably a dozer operator.
Out towards the Middle Control Road.
We're sitting right at Middle Control Road.
Copy. You guys have all started up Middle Control Road?
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah,
They're coming in front of me. The road goes down to Seven Oaks right in front of me. They're going to be coming out. The low boys are the things that hold the tozers, those low slung trailers. They can't go down this road because the switchbacks are really tight. You couldn't get a trailer down there. They're going, the next road down to Seven Oaks is Glass Road. That's paved all the way down, and it's no hard switchbacks. So I saw, 20 low boys down there last night. Stage, and they dropped off their dozers, and their dozers were going crazy. When I left, all I could hear was clanking of dozers and chainsaws. I left about 8:30, 9. Brenda, you were asking, the smoke has knocked me down. Today was really rough. Yesterday was really rough, and I had trouble getting up today and coughing in my chest. So I did the nasal rinse, and it's definitely cuts your wind. A lot of guys, you get the headaches. I just talked to a lady that has sinus or asthma. She was a Mentone at the gas stations, and she was really hurting. And yeah, if you got asthma, or I've had sinus issues since I moved out here. Back in the Midwest, I didn't have sinus issues, but I also had I can't run a mask. It just, plus the masks, they really don't do anything. I got a beard. You really got to, if you're gonna run a mask, you got to have no beard. You got to get a seal. And when it was hot, it's just unbearable. It's not too. Right now, it's 70 degrees up here. It's really cooled off. But I just find it too restrictive. I feel like I'm being smothered.
Yeah, you just passed them. Back up that last turn you made around the corner. They're right below you.
That's why I haven't seen any fire people with masks on. I don't think I've seen anybody with masks on. Maybe nobody. It's just too cumbersome, and I know it sucks for our lungs to do this. Because down there, I'm up here where it's fair. Well, it's kind of clear, but look down there when I went down there last night, it was really heavy smoke. I think that's what did me in. I was down there for a couple hours. Yeah, the crew I was hanging out with from San Luis Obispo, they were being put up in a hotel in Hesperia, they said. So some other crews get time away from the fire. The fire camp's in Beaumont in Noble Creek Park there. So the ones that go back to there are probably breathing. Take the camera off. Okay, you want me to go freehand? We'll go freehand here. I'm at Highway 38, and this is Middle Control Road. This is that big turnout just past Angelus Oaks. Those are the low boys that haul the dozers. There's a bunch of dozers they dropped off here that went down Middle Control. Middle Control goes right down there. On the other side of this berm is Middle Control Road. And then over here, I don't know if you can see that. That's a water tender and another dozer. Yeah, it's a giant dozer fest. Like I said, I've worked some big fires, and I don't think I've ever seen so many dozers in one spot. Let's see if we can go down Glass Road. So the problem is, if I lose you, I'm by the airport fire. Oh man, that's pretty smoky too, huh? How's the airport fire doing? I haven't been able to keep track of. I know the bridge fire went crazy. They said, I saw a video of Mountain High and it looked bad. Mountain High made a statement. It said it flashed through there. They're pretty much okay. It didn't get the ski lifts. It didn't get the snow guns. Well, you think of a ski resort, it's mostly open. Those slopes there's nothing on them. Yeah, unless it's official, Brenda. I'd rather not, say it's arson until it's official. If you saw an official source, yeah, but a lot of people, there's a lot of rumors out there. Is that okay? Yeah, the air was good in Redlands. Down 1N86. Remind me, 186, is that Stetson Creek? Or is that 1N84? Arson there. It's definitely arson, another arson. Yeah, they got firebugs.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Stetson Creek. I thought about going down there.
You guys just want to go call on 27 there?
They pretty much have.
Yeah, perfect.
There's so many dozers. They're cutting new.
I copy. We're available in the area now. Go ahead and cancel break concept. Can you place us on the call that 224 was responding to, please?
They're pretty much cutting new. They're refreshing the old fire lines, and they're cutting new ones. They're what they call it tying in. They'll have a dozer go out and either freshen up or cut a new line. Then he'll tie in. There's like a line they're trying to connect. He'll tie in with another dozer's coming from the other way, and they'll tie in together. Connect it, and that'll give them a fire line. And then that long.
Descriptive location. Lake Gregory Drive, number north.
Here comes those guys. I think I'm coming up. I'll show you. Well, that's him. That's that water. But there's some guys coming up out of Middle Creek. Or, I'm sorry, Middle Control Road. I'm getting a little slap happy. This is a water tender that's turning, but there's some guys coming up out of Middle Control Road.
If I can do anything, if I can get on top, I think I'll be all right. But there's huge boulders just right in the way, so they had to stop. So
Well, they already got dozers on them. Well, what? Two of them do.
Okay.
They, what was I saying about?
Get out of here pretty quick.
I'm gonna head down, but 50 Charlie is gonna stay up there with us. Find you guys. He'll be your lookout.
Copy that.
Yeah, when they cut it, it's basically if they run two or three together, it's a wide road. One is kind of a skinny 2-track, and then they'll bring in hand crews. Last night when I left, I heard the clank, and they remind me of tanks. Oh, see, he's watering that road down. That's what he's up here for.
I want to make sure you stay up there and help them guide them. They're gonna try.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I copy. I got eyes on them. I'll stay up here.
Angelus Oaks is looking good. I went up to the Helispot. They got a strike team sitting on top up there. It's the fire and smoke are more to the west. They dropped all that FOS check.
23 Comfort.
That looked like a mechanic there. Or they had an engine go down earlier. The engine was lost its air brakes. Couldn't can't drive without the brakes. They were calling for, I think, a mechanic. Yeah, they're stretched tight. That's why the MPs are up here. And their repeater sound. That's the forest net. That repeater's been sounding terrible. I wonder if they got antenna damage. I'm trying to think. They may be at Keller Peak.
King 6, we have a description of the altitude.
Oh, okay, Carl. Let me get back. My comments are there for 10 seconds, then they disappear. I have to touch the screen and bring them back up. Give me a second here.
Black shorts.
Well, they're giving a description of somebody here. Oh, that's chippy. I need to lock that out. I got CHP in this, and I really don't need it right now. I thought there were some guys coming up. Maybe it's a long road, Middle Control Road. It's a long, windy road down to Seven Oaks. Right behind those semis in front of me is the entrance to Middle Control Road. You're welcome, Carl. I saw your comment for a second now. There we go. Oh, which lodge? You run the lodge right here at Angelus Oaks? Yeah, the CCC is up here. I've seen Tatanka. The crew I was with last night was San Luis Obispo. Their trucks were marked SLU, and I was looking at them. I thought San Luis, but Obispo would be an O. So I asked him. I said, "How come your trucks are marked SLU?" And it had something to do with, I forget what he said now. Most of them must be like CLE is Cleveland, SBD is San Bernardino. You can usually tell where they're from, and then they'll have a name too. Sometimes but on the back it'll just have a 3-letter acronym. And I always like to talk to the ones from out of the area. The furthest north is those Calaveras guys. Okay, Carl, I got you. Yeah, you're looking good. It's smoky here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll show you the sun. I think you guys already saw the sun. I think the sun's down too far now. It looks like you're on Mars. The sun's all red, and not red, but orange, kind of a meatball looking thing. It's kind of creepy looking when it goes down. Let's go down, see if we can find a lookout. If they sold the towers to Verizon, this thing should work. It should be good then to Glass Road, I think. They're working. The helicopters were across from here. They're below Arrow Bear. They're really attacking that. That's the fire that's making a run at Big Bear. It's over there by Arrow Bear and Snow Valley, Arctic Circle. It's trying to run toward Big Bear. And that's where there's a brush engine. A&F would be Angeles National Forest. Another dozer. Every time like I said, there are 2 dozers. They got dozers everywhere. It's not really threatening this side. It's threatening the north side of the valley over there. It jumped across the Santa Ana River a couple days ago, which that's what triggered the evacuation on the western edge of Big Bear.
Let's figure out what I can do here.
Well, we got like an hour to dark. I can see if I can go down Stetson Creek. Stetson Creek is good. If you're asking about Stetson Creek, it's not really coming on this side.
3442 on top. I'm just behind him. Copy 3442. That's perfect location. If somehow you could go up there, I'm up here with the AEU dozer strike team. They're going to start making their way down in that area and try to meet with you guys.
I'm not going to speculate on if anybody's going to be. No, I'm not going to speculate. Now, those guys were STF. I don't know where that one is. Basically, what the firefighters say is has the potential. Basically, everything's in play. until it's not in play. So and if you haven't seen Vinny, VP Photography, he just did a nice video. He was in Running Springs a couple hours ago. He's headed to Colored Cliffs. He posts on our Redlands Buzz group, on Facebook group. He was in Running Springs, and they FOSS checked that whole town. I couldn't believe it. The streets, the buildings, the roofs. And I guess they're feeling good enough to... the firemen, when I saw them on top of the buildings, I started like, holy crap. You know, the one was a hardware store they were standing on. I thought, oh man, it got into town. But they were washing the FOSS check off of the buildings. So they feel good enough over there to wash the FOSS check off, which is a good sign. Wow, big old hole. I freaked at first when I saw it. No, there goes Running Springs. But usually when you see a fireman on the roof with a hose, it's bad news. But it was actually good news, real good news. I went to Jinx yesterday. They weren't dipping in Jinx, and Jinx has them still almost full. Like, you know, to get the water, they usually dip over there. They're probably dipping out of Bluff Lake. They're right below Bluff Lake. If you know where Bluff Lake is by Big Bear, that's probably where they're dipping, or even Big Bear Lake. Arrow Barrel, they would have. Well, Arrow Barrel's got a lake too. Arrow Barrel's got that little, that fish in that little pond or small lake, you can call it. If you know Camp Cedar Crest, I'm coming up to Camp Cedar Crest. And now I can see a little bit. Oh yeah, I can see a little bit. Let's see if we can't get you a view here. Make sure nobody's coming.
342.
If I can look, if I can turn the camera here and see down enough to. Nah, it's still socked in. Can't really see much. The problem is if I go low, like if I go down to Seven Oaks, you can't see up because of the forest, the trees. You can't see up the slope. The only reason I saw those four dozers going up Clark's Grade was they were up high enough. They were about halfway up, 2/3 of the way up. The fire's kind of, my 9 o'clock's like straight across the valley, but you can't see over there. I thought last night when I came down at 9, I could see the fire, but because at night you can see the fire better.
Yeah, they're saying that this paved road is a better road than the one that came down.
I think you're talking about Glass Road. Right now they're really hammering around Camp Ranford, Clark's Grade. They're trying to get lines cut in there with all the dozers to keep it off Big Bear. They're trying to keep it off Big Bear and keep it from going east. You know, if it turns, it would head for like Jinx Lake, Onyx Peak, Barton Flats area.
Copy, thank you.
It's headed more northeast. I posted a couple fire maps on the Redlands Buzz Facebook group. There's a daily fire thread. Those maps really show the how it's making a run. I think it was 2 miles. I saw a map about noon. About noon, and it showed it. Somebody measured it. It was like 2 miles from Big Bear. This is Camp Cedar, Camp Cedar Falls. I'm about mile marker 25. I can see a little bit of ridge there. The fire's on the other side. It's on the north side of the Santa Ana River. Creeping up the slope where Arrow Bear is, Running Springs, Big Bear. What else is over there? Freedalba, Smiley Heights. I may lose you a little bit through these turns here. Vinny said, what was I going to say about Vinny? He's looking at the fire map. It looked like the fire got in about one street deep into the Running Springs area. For Dalbo area, it's amazing that
with County 25. It's not seeing smoke either. False alarm.
they got a report of smoking. I guess it's false. That repeater, it was crystal clear. First couple days, it's gone scratchy and it's barely readable. I think they're hear that? It's almost unreadable. I believe they have a repeater on Keller and maybe that's the federal, that's the U.S. Forest. I believe Keller right here right on this side camps. Valley. There's a turn right there to Sept Creek. You're good over here, just a lot of smoke. Jinx Lake Road. That guy must be working here. That guy had a kayak here. He was up here yesterday parked. He must be I was wondering if he broke down. He may be a firefighter. He may be somebody who didn't evacuate. Also, it seems like more people evacuated this time, like Forest Falls and Angelus Oaks, but there's still quite a few people who didn't evacuate. And they're, most of them are pretty comfortable being cut off and they don't have, a lot of them have a month's supply of food and gas for their generators, and the power's still up here. They still got power. They had power in Seven Oaks last night. That was one thing I was wondering if the power got cut. But Jim and those guys at Seven Oaks, the guys who stayed even after the Tropical Storm Hillary, they're all still down there. And they got shotguns. There's people sitting down there with shotguns. So I wouldn't, you're thinking about looting and there's cops everywhere.
Now I can make it where bodies could get down here, but I don't think the vehicles could get down in here.
Yeah, they're getting in some nasty. Clark's Grade it's a tough 4x4. Here's the William J. Reed Boy Scout Ranch here. I'm gonna have to stop the video. Glass Road's right up here. And they said a lot of the camp managers stayed. They're not really threatened right now. I mean, they said they were gonna leave if the fire turned this way. I'll stop down here at Glass Road and catch up on the comments, and I'll probably have to go straight video. Yeah, a lot of these guys are coming out shift change or they're moving around. They're doing a hell of a job. And if you want to, I know everybody wants to bring them food and water, and they're just so busy, and they're well supplied. They really don't want people trying to get into camp to drop them stuff. I'm gonna pull off. There's a dozer tent. That's a dozer tent or a lowboy right there. That trailer, that's a lowboy. Yeah, let me stop here and I'll catch up, because when I go down Glass Road here, I'm gonna lose you. But they said if you really want to, they really don't want people bringing them stuff. I know. There's a lot of people want to do something, and they're trying to organize drop-offs, and they said just the thank you signs. I saw one thank you sign coming up Mentone Boulevard. Have your kids. They love when the kids do it. They thank you, firemen. Put those signs out, and it makes them smile. Let me see if I can catch up on my comments here. What happened to all the wildlife? They pretty much got the heck out of here. They're not pulling from Bluff Lake. Thank you. I haven't seen, that's one thing I ask the firemen all the time, firefighters. You get winds coming in, Drake. Oh, that's not good. Sunday, Yeah, we've caught a break with the wind. I saw that Caltrans live video Eric did from the dam yesterday. Man, it was windy as hell over there. Today didn't look as windy. He did another live. Caltrans District 8, if you want to see some good videos. Eric Dion is the PIO from Caltrans. He's doing a hell of a job, you know, keeping everybody updated. And let me go back to the comments.
Get to work on that first thing in the morning.
You kept yeah, they're Grape Street. Yeah, they're still, like I said, I can't look at my radar because that's the one that's shooting this video. They may still be working everything improvement over here. How close it's across the river drainage. It's across the Santa Ana River. I'm sitting right by Glass Road right here. Jinx Lake is behind me, the road. Actually, Jinx Lake is to my right up the hill. It's across, it's to my left about, I'd say 4 miles. It's burning on the other side of the Santa Ana River drainage. It's heading up toward Arrow Bear. That's where all the helicopters right now, the air attack. They're there. But I got to say goodbye here, and I'm going to shoot straight video from here. I may end up in Big Bear tonight. It depends on when I check tonight what's happening. So thanks for watching, and I'll get these videos loaded. The straight videos, it'll probably be late tonight, early morning. So thank you guys.
Can you start add the truck to this call?
Yeah, what I do is I want Timothy. Let me see your face. Let me see your face. I don't know if I can flip the camera. Can I flip the camera? There we are. There's your host. Stick my head down here enough where you can see me. That is your host from Highway 38 and Glass Road. One guy said, "Hey, you look like Kenny Rogers." When I pulled up the fireman, "Hey, it's Kenny Rogers." They like cracking on the other, you know, they goofing on each other. And one guy said, "I sound like John Goodman." So I'm a cross between John Goodman and Kenny Rogers. And you know what? It's really sad, Aaron. When I was at Seven Oaks last night, I went through there. What they've done down there. This was going on before the fire. I don't know if it's state. I need to go down there and ask. But where all the trees, you know, the debris right there as you come into Seven Oaks from the east side, they've gone in there with dozers and just scraped about 200 yards wide. And they
Heading truck 336.
there's no vegetation. And they've channeled it straight like they do in town. You know, you see the V channel, and there's no vegetation. I've taught so many kids to fish down there. It was beautiful. You know, nice meandering creek and lush trees and green, beautiful forest. Best place to teach a kid to fish because they stock the trout down there. And when I drove through last night, I just couldn't believe it. It just broke my heart. It looks, I hate when they do that to a creek. Corps of Engineers is notorious for doing that, just stripping it, making it into it. And next storm will just do it, tear it all out again. There goes Sheriff right there. I ain't even seen Barstow cops up here. They got everybody and their brother patrolling up here. But yeah, that hurt seeing that. You're welcome. Hi, Cat. There's somebody coming out there that looks like a Cal Fire utility. They have what they call utility drivers. They're kind of like the Pony Express for them. They move supplies and say somebody needs a radio or they need hoses, or they're kind of like the gopher. They'll go in the morning and at a pickup spot and just load up they're usually in pickup trucks or service beds, and then they'll go out and just deliver all the stuff to whoever put it. In the evening they'll put in requests. You know, I need this, I need that. Like they break a hose or they lose a hose. And this looks like a brush engine. Wait a minute, that's a water tanker. A lot of water tankers. You're welcome, William. Hi. That was somebody else said hello. Hi, Cat. I'm trying to say in 79 pounds. Everybody's waving. Oh, they're waving goodbye. That's why I'm supposed to be signing off here. So I'll go live maybe if I can find a good spot to sit. Maybe update you what I see down here. I'm gonna get down here before it gets too dark. Going slightly mad.
Cancel.
That's a good name. You guys are welcome, and I'll see you probably an hour or two, maybe from Big Bear. See ya.